Hi there. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate some of the PDF or Word reports that are created from Probench or that can be created from Probench. There are a few examples. I'll go through them and also speak about some of the salient features of some of the reports so that you have a better idea on how this can be used in your instance or in your scorecards. So I'll start with some of the reports. So here one of the reports that we have is a GCF report. So this is the format of it. So some of in the start we have the overall score of that particular company. These are all test data. So it's about one of the test companies. Then at what level they are at. They're at leaders, achievers. So you have this bands. So beginners, improvers, achievers, leaders. So based on the scores, we have this grid and we have aligned this properly. So based on this bar chart, you will come to know on an average where all the companies are, where the industry average and where the score. So obviously this is the final scorecard report that we are talking about. So at the end of this first page, there is a congratulations message like what all things that company has done good and how they have reached a leader stage, etc., and what can be the next steps. So if they are under improver, achiever or leader, what can be the next steps that they can do and what are the weaknesses and how they can so a short paragraph to explain that particular thing to them. Some recommendations are also provided. So based on this, what recommendations you have as uh, uh, the data collector is something that uh, you can provide in the report. And then finally, the section-wise scores. So for each section, if there are section, subsection, etc., so you can have subsection scores as well in a bar chart. uh, and also at a section level what is the score the companies have achieved. So similarly this report shows you that, and at the very end you also have like for each metric, okay, what is the scores that the companies have achieved under each section. So this way you can like what were the options, what were the score, like what was the question or the indicator or a metric, and what is the score that they have achieved, what is the industry level score, and what is the company's average overall average for that particular metric or indicator. Okay, so this is one type of score. So for the preliminary report, so you can like when the first instance is going on, you can only have this one couple of pages where you show them the overall score. They are like congratulate them, show them the next steps, give them recommendation, and then if you want to show the workplace score. So this is one example. Let's go to some other examples. So in this particular example, we have this is the tide report. So in this as well there are some descriptions of the overall benchmarking or the index, and then we go to the next steps, and here the whole roadmap is shown to them as an image. So what are the various stages and what would need to be done, what are the actions that they would need to be done at various stages. So that is one thing. And then based on the overall score that the company would have achieved, the system would create this diagram for them, and the action points would be mentioned. This is all like automatically generated, and if they are at whatever stage, that stage would be highlighted. So they are at this stage currently, so they can go to embed, sustain, etc. And similarly at a section level as well, or at individual steps, different levels, uh, at what stage they are. So for your workforce they are at realize stage, for strategic planning they are at embed stage. So because the overall score would point out to an overall progress, but if you want to progress at a section level, different levels, then this would give you an example like you are doing best at the recruitment and attraction, but you are not doing so good with the procurement. So that is what this shows. And then as the report progresses, like each and every indicator or questions would have its own scores, and what is the response that the companies have got, and what is the score that they have got for each of the metric or indicator. So this is one example. Another example of showing the question by question kind of, or a indicator by indicator level, is this one. So this is where this is the complete metric, and for that metric what is the scores that they have achieved for that metric, and what are the evidence collected, what is the analyst comments that would be there. So we can create separate tabular instances, okay, for each of the indicators, to give them a preliminary outlook of where they lie, where they are for that particular metric or an indicator. So a report that can be sent across with an initial investigation or initial assessment. So this is how you can create the whole report. So it's called as a question by question report. So next, there can be other types as well, like where this can be a summary report. So where what is the overall score? If you have a year on year data already with you, then you can show a year on year kind of a stacked bar chart. So for overall score, what is a year-on-year score? Then for each section, what is the year-on-year score? So this would give companies something to compare. And here they have given tier ranking. And then what are the different sources of information that they have, the changes in scores. So it would highlight where the scores have changed or not changed, like, what are the strengths, weaknesses of the company, and the recommendations. So this is what you can also provide as a part of a preliminary report, so that they have a good value, and are also motivated to go in and respond or see to the individual scores or individual indicator or metric. Okay, so another example is this one. Even here, you see, there are the salient feature here is like this one. So the lowest scoring category out of the sections you have, then the lowest average, the lowest scoring compared to average by headquarters. So all those different calculations were done to show this categories, and this is like completely dynamic. So based on the scores of the company for each of the sections, these categories were displayed, so that the companies know where they are lagging and where they need to improve the most. Okay, so these are all, if you see, these are all the lowest categories. Okay, so wherever they have scored the lowest, so that those are highlighted for them to kind of see what they can do best, and what are the areas of maximum improvement is what is. And then there is a peer comparison where it's compared with the averages. uh, Again, for each of the sections there is a peer comparison. And then here, for each indicator, what was the what is the score that they have achieved is based. So here if you see, uh, they have selected only certain indicator or metric for a certain category, right? So for sustainable management, so there were some indicators predefined, and on that, where they what are the score that they have achieved is what it is being displayed. So for committing to NDP, what are the indicators that they have kind of they have selected? So a spot, ZSL spot has selected these indicators, and so they get a very concentrated thing, like out of the 180 questions, these are the questions that are important from this for XYZ categories. So that gives them a good idea. So and then for each indicator you get the score, and yeah, so that is what this particular report is for. And then the last one is this one. So here also you show the overall average, overall score, country averages, whatever. And then for each section, you have this charts where as the company sector average, etc. And so yeah, and then you also have this kind of an output where you show some icons and stuff, And then at the end, it's again like the areas that the company has disclosed, the areas that need further improvement. So this all gives them a better understanding and uh, uh, better food for thought in a way. And this gives a good value as well to them when they are going through these scorecards. So these were few of the examples that I have shared in this recording. It doesn't mean that other types of reports cannot be created. Provided it's a company level report, we can definitely create any types of report. So it's kind of a the complete technology is kind of a mail merge where the static and dynamic data are kind of merged based on the data collected in Probench and the scores that we have in Probench. So it's a so whatever format that you provide us in the document, that format can be converted into an individual scorecards for each of the companies. So that is how we do this scorecard. So hope this gave you some idea and understanding of what are the types of scorecards that we can create and the capabilities that we have as far as ProBench is concerned. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day.